Let's start with the made coffee. So I just organized the website by, the way I just wanted to go through. Nothing particular. The way I manage the study in terms of CRO is very simple. For me, it's about attention span and, how long people are going to actually spend on the website, especially when they're going to land, because we know that as soon as we request people to scroll down, we take a risk. As soon as we request people to start to go through the navigation and find things by themselves and make a click, you take a risk. So depending of if you run organic traffic mainly, or if you run ads, it's going to be quite costly to take that risk. So, I'm talking to all the website for insurance that spend about $900 to get a click, to get a lead that convert to their website. If they actually think about that strategy above the fold and thinking about that attention span when people land on a website, they would actually decrease their bounce rate and surely get some more conversions. So here we land on the website. The first thing I like to do personally is to always understand what the product is, what the website is about. So here we got an e-commerce that basically sell matcha. It's going a bit like it's rolling out. It's quite fast. Personally, I don't really like to put a lot of sliders. The reason is there's a lot of people that get motion sickness, and it's just not really good for accessibility. Or otherwise, I will do it very slowly, but I would try to maybe highlight different products into the header and not having sliders. Let's talk about the persona. That's another thing that I like to do when I land on a website, is try to understand who's going to come into this website. So let's go through together and just have a look. So a few coffee products with the reviews. I can see the price range. Surely will be depending of like the size. That's what I'm expecting, but we'll see. Cool. Okay. So something missing around here would be the USPs, the unique selling points. So why would I buy on this website? I'd be curious to go through the competition and look at what they look like, but we're not going to have the time today. But basically, I would maybe talk about the delivery, because when I buy a product, especially on e-commerce, the first thing I want to know is like when I'm going to be delivered. Is the delivery free or not? I can see there's free shipping over $50. This is a Shopify, I think. Let's have a look quickly. So I just opened a few tools for you guys. I like to use Build With. Just give me a quick rundown of what's on. So they use Klaviyo, so they have like that retention campaigns going on, which is not really cheap with Klaviyo. But yeah, it's a Shopify. Cool. We got Afterpay. Awesome. Yeah. There's no Ajar, nothing to record the mouse move at this stage on this website, so I don't know what's the maturity in terms of CRO at this stage, but quite interesting to go through. So the second thing that I like looking is like basically this website is for B2C. Sadly today we got only a website for B2C. We don't have any website for B2B. I like to have a bit of both, so then we can actually talk about the different persona. Remember that people that come from B2B, they will be connected to the website from Monday to Friday. They're surely going to have a drop-off on Saturday, Sunday. And if you look at Google Analytics, you should be able to see those drop-in, drop-off, drop-in, drop-off. For B2C, it should be quite constant. Otherwise, they can have a season. I don't think there's any season on this one, but I don't have access to analytics, so I cannot tell you like for sure. Another thing is because it's a B2C website, mainly people will be using the website on mobile and not really on desktop. So we might have to basically reduce this window and try to look at the website from a mobile perspective. Cool. Navigation on the left doesn't really matter. I prefer like having it on the right, but I'm a left-handed, so it's kind of interesting. Not working for me. Okay. Have a prime on the display. Okay. Okay, I reduced it too much. So basically when I'm on mobile, we have the shop, we have the wholesale, we got the blog, the influencer, about us, the wish list, search. What is quite interesting when you look at Shopify, and it happened quite often with Shopify, so I hope I offend no one. I don't really mind, but I've been facing that issue quite often with Shopify. The problem with Shopify is the navigation to start with. So you have that big navigation here, and you can see they have the cold and the whole bean coffee. So the first recommendation I would do to try to avoid people to like do a click to actually find which icon they need to click on is to have a sub navigation. So you could actually have your first navigation and a sub navigation under that would have those two articles. And that will make people like life quite easier because they would be able to go to Cobro straight away. From there, this is quite animated, like it, that's fun. Just watch out with the motion sickness again. In the US, you guys got a lot of recommendation about accessibility, so just be careful with that. Cool, we can have a quick view or we can do a quick shop. I'm gonna just get into a product page. So far, can I see which one is the most like the best seller? Maybe not. Let's have a look. I'm quite curious to know the best seller, so I'm just gonna use the SEMrush and see what keywords we are actually on to understand, you know, where the traffic come from. Cool, I'm on it now. SEO became a bit hard. Most of the traffic come from the US. Let's look at the top coffee. Okay, made coffee, 22nd Street, coffee made. Let's have a look to the details. I'd like to understand like what's your SEO strategy, because you know people will land on those pages, on those like deep pages that are the product page and stuff like that. So I need to understand basically what products are you trying to push first. Okay, so from what I can see, made coffee will be number one, and then after we get a cold brew that is like way under. But the page the most visited from an SEO perspective seems to be, oh actually, no, sorry, it's the Nitro brew. Can I find the Nitro brew? Yeah, cool. Needs to be the main page that people are getting in from. And again, you know, have a look from your SEO perspective where people like come from, what type of keywords they've been typing to actually find you. So cool. We have a few pictures about the product. I like the illustration, it's pretty cool. And the packaging is awesome. Pictures are cool. Like, yeah, there's a bit of love that's been done there. It's quite nice. We got a 6-pack. All the options of payment are there. You know, pretty easy there. We buy per pack, I'm guessing. Description, additional information, reviews. Cool. One of the things that I like doing when I land on a product like that, or even when I run a user study with the candidate, like with the panelist, I ask them what they expect to see on the page, you know. So surely they're going to talk to me about the pricing, they're going to talk to me about the delivery, and all that type of things. So here I understand that, you know, if I buy 3, I basically have that discount that applies for me. So surely people will buy at least 3. I'm hoping to see that in the analytics, at least 3 packs. What else would you expect to see on the website, you know, like when you land on the product page? So additional information would be the size, 6-pack. This is not really useful at this stage to have those 3. We talk about it quite often in my team as well. I prefer having everything on the one-pager, but this particular information about the size and the 6-pack could just be here into the description, and it will just avoid people to like click on this link that is not really useful at this stage. But other than that, it's pretty cool, nice. We can actually go through all the different other products. There's reviews. Let's have a look at the reviews. I'm quite curious. Best flavor. Wish I could buy it local. That's awesome. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but sounds pretty cool. Another thing that we could look at now is looking at the mobile version of it. Let's have a look. Okay. I don't know if I would organize the page like this. So people are supposed to land on this page first. Like this product page take a lot of space. If I was selling a really high tech or like an outdoor kind of product or I don't know, a laptop or something like that, maybe I would actually, I like the picture that big. But here people really want to come for the price, surely have a few information and be able to like buy quickly. So I would reduce surely the size of the picture to make it like easier. Again, we think about above the fold. So above the fold, I would like to see the price and the main informations. It seems like people are actually landing on this page directly from Google. So yeah, I think if they land on mobile because they come from B2C, it makes sense that we just reorganize a bit the prioritization. I would A/B test it, not apply it straight away, and see how people react with it actually. Cool, because all those effects that we see here will not exist on mobile. We get still those 3 steps. This product is available in store only. Here we go. Let's talk about the footer very quickly. I'm going to talk about it for each side. But basically, when people scroll down a website, especially on mobile for B2C, again, they're going to land on your footer. This footer is cool, no problem. However, it needs to be a bit smarter because you come to a dead end now. The first option you're going to have to do is to go back up, or you're going to have to go back to the shop. And remember, if you go back to the shop, you're going to have to click between all the different products and the categories that you want to go for. So maybe not the smartest way to actually put it on. So 1, break down the categories at this spot, or maybe 2, if you already know where they're going to go next, because you know that 80% of the traffic follow that flow, then just make sure that you already have the next product in, so then they would go straight away to it. I would try to anticipate as much as possible and have that emotional intelligence that you can actually bring some solutions before they get to a dead end. Because right now you take a risk that people drop. Again, I don't think they run a lot of ads because of the margin that you're making. The cheaper the product is, the more the ads like doesn't really make sense. So I would be quite careful with that. Something that I was actually quite curious about is how many people are going for wholesale, and surely there's a lot because in terms of priorities, the first one is product, but I would have actually break down maybe the 2 products here into the navigation into like the cold and the coffee, and they actually brew equipment. So let's get into the coffee a little bit just to see if there's any difference. Yeah, same. Cool. So we have a subscription model. Yeah, that make more sense for the website. That was the number 1 product that was actually at the top in terms of coffee. So from the SEO perspective, I mean, so that means that subscription is something that they want to push and make more sense for the business. And, that's where the money is, the monthly recurrent revenue that everyone is talking about. Yeah. Okay. So let's go for a subscription. Delivery every 30 days. Let's add it to cart. So I'm on my mobile. Add an order note. Estimate. Okay. Add a coupon. Yeah, those icons, again, like you need to have another click. I don't know if it's not worth it to actually put it on straight away, and then like give people the option to get into it. Otherwise, they're gonna have to click. They're on mobile, so they're not gonna be able to do this. They're gonna have to click every time. So I would try to save clicks as much as possible. What we do on a daily basis is try to like reduce the user journey, and I count the number of clicks, the number of forms, the number of interactions that people are going through to try to make it like seamless interactions, seamless user journey. Agree with the terms and conditions, and then I can view the cart or checkout. I don't drink coffee, so no offense. Can buy to offer, actually. Is there any gift card on this website? Cool. Let's get into the wholesale. Very interesting, this one. So I fully understand that we need the full name. I thought if we have full name, we don't need last name, because full name will be first name and last name. So I'm guessing here I would try to get the phone number more, and then here the email and a message. Again, I would try to maybe have an object or the subject, and people could actually select it into a menu. There's a lot of different things that you could do that would help people to fill the survey, like the form, very quickly without actually going through every detail all the time. Cool. Here's a phone number. Yeah, awesome. Same, I think, for the influencers. We're gonna get into the about us after, but influencers is quite long. A lot of details. For this one, they're a bit more engaged. If they come here, their attention span will be a bit longer. They actually come to, make a deal, find a partner, make more sense. I would still try to create like an emotional connection. That's something that I'm going to talk about. Sorry, I don't really match with coffee. So I'm not too sure what emotional connection people are expecting, maybe a barista or someone making coffee or drinking coffee. But I'm expecting to like have a human face on pages, especially on like pages that can be quite strategic. So let's go back into the wholesome. Here, for example, I don't see those people making the deal that they're going to resell the products and they're not happy about it. It's just people drinking coffee. So focusing on testing those pictures and like creating that emotional connection and reviewing a little bit the user experience would be something I would focus on personally. I like to use icons for people to not read and try to have some USPs as well. So above the fold again, I would try to have maybe 3 USPs around here and to explain like very quickly in 3 USPs what the partnership is about. Are we delivering only in the US? Can I actually take a partnership if I'm in Mexico, in Alaska? It's the US, but in Canada, no idea. Let's review the About Us page. Yeah, this is cool. We got a bit more emotional connection there. We can see the factory where it's made. So that built the trust to me, and that's where I'm coming from. Is like by building that emotional connection, I'm actually building trust with the user, and that's what I'm after for him to stay on the website, to not bounce, and then after to just go through the website and read it. This is really cool. You get your own branding, your own tone of voice. If you put a lot of love into this website, that's awesome. Made with purpose. Sorry, made to matter, made to last. We are self-made. That's very strong values. Really like it. And actually, those values resonate with me. So I really feel like it's something I should maybe push actually on the homepage. To be honest, if I go back to the homepage, that's maybe the values I would display here. Maybe not all of them. I would talk about some, maybe the delivery that is expected, how long the delivery will take, maybe trying to push with the best sellers or whatever. But yeah, that's what I would try. Let's get back into the About Us. I was quite surprised as well that the About Us is so late into the nav. So if you made that decision, that means that people already know you. But if people don't know you and don't trust your brand, your About Us would be at the front. The reason why is because it would be one of the first click. I'm going to give another tip away here. So making the logo in the middle is actually quite disturbing on the nav. So personally, I like to put it on the left, like everyone else does. I don't reinvent anything. The search box for me is always on the right. So on every website, so I would not try to be original. I would just follow what is on the other website. In general, its top right would be around here, and it would be the search box, where the logo would be here, and the cart is always there, so no problem with that. This is awesome. I would like to see the team or try to harmonize a little bit more the brand. That could be very interesting. that's something I would actually focus on. But yeah, anyway, we spend a lot of time on this website, so I'm going to move on to the next one. But yeah, so I just want to check if I didn't miss anything else with the affiliates or the blog. I will just talk about the blog very quickly. When people land, you write blog for what reason? For people to actually come from those pages from an SEO perspective. So you're expecting those pages to be a landing page. So please treat them as a landing page as such, and make sure that on every page when people land, above the fold, you actually show one product or a banner. Could be a banner on the left, a banner on the right, or a banner in the middle of the content. But try to push one of the product where you know that they're going to go and they're actually quite keen to go. Depending on what type of article, if it's an article that is more for the wholesale or for the affiliates, then I would try to have the right journey for that ready.